in like reading books and stuff, but I do like reading books now. It's different when you grow up, and you kind of wish you'd done something a little bit different when you were younger, but you know, I got on with maths, I got on with science and stuff at school, but it's just the way I am, you know, I can't help it. Waves from Canada. Good to see you're from Canada, my friend. How is it over there? What's the weather like, Gaika? It was great, relaxed yesterday. Had to work Saturday, but it was a good driving into work now. So going to be lurking this morning. No problem, Hans. Thank you so much for popping in though. Please drive safely. Try not to type while driving, buddy. It's certainly using your phone while driving is not a very safe option, my friend. Very illegal in our country. Big time. You shouldn't be doing that at all. You shouldn't have your phone in your hand at all when you're driving. I am near Ottawa. That's pretty cool. I think we've got some Canadians here, haven't we? I quit school at 14. Oh wow, why? School really is pointless to an extent. No, it isn't, my friend. You might think it when you're at your age, but when you get later on in life and you come across things and you're like, oh god, I wish I'd paid attention in school or I'd done this. Believe you me, it's not pointless. It might seem at the time, even I thought that, but believe you me, you do use things eventually of stuff in school, and you cannot see it. You cannot. Sorry, I can't help myself. You know, you cannot foresee it. What you're going to do with your life. I never foresee myself doing what I'm doing now. You know, and I wish I paid a bit more attention in English, even though I found it very boring for myself. But now I wish I'd paid attention, because I would have been a lot more easier with my writing and stuff. So, you know, it's not pointless. Believe you me, please, whatever you do, you shouldn't quit school. That's a no-no. You've got to do your school, even if you do think it's pointless, because believe you me, it will help you in the long run. There'll be something you'll do in your life and you're like, I'm so glad I actually stuck it out and I've done it. Oh, Skywalker, seriously. That's really sad to hear, man. You shouldn't have bunked out of school. Did you say illegal? Oh, wow. Chef destroyed. You even inspired me. I'm having whole wheat wraps today. That's awesome, Chef. Oh, Andy, how you doing, my friend? I was just thinking, Andy Carvalho. I was like, oh yeah, I know Andy. I'm glad I've inspired you a little bit to have whole wheat wraps. That's awesome. How you doing, buddy? It's good to see you. You having a day off today? Monday. Good old Monday. I've got my day off tomorrow. Tomorrow and Wednesday. Planning some more stuff. I should have my sub button by my day off, hopefully. So yeah, and the bits and cheers, whatever you want to call them. They'll be all sorted as well. Oh, what a fantastic week. So, Overload, you quit school and got a degree. You misread the person who sent that message. I probably did I? Let's have a look. Let me go back up. What did I misread? I quit school at 14. School really is pointless to an extent. Oh yeah, you got a degree, didn't you? I thought it was Skywalker. Sorry, I got very confused. That was your own choice, but you know, you got a degree in IT and stuff. And you know, that's fantastic. That's really good. So, you know, it's not, I can't say yes, I agree with you. But, you know, to an extent, school is important to get done, you know. Sometimes it's just worth doing it. While you're there, just get it done, you know. But I'm glad you've got into a job, but it's not affecting you, though. You know, that's the most important thing. Maybe you're a very intelligent person. From the sounds of it, you got a degree, and school was very pointless for you because you're probably a very intelligent person. So they weren't fueling your brain power. And because that's a problem as well. Some schools, they don't realize how intelligent some kids are, and they get very bored because they're not being, you know, not entertained as such, not being challenged enough. So that may be your case, my friend. You weren't being challenged enough, and that's why you thought school was, yeah, pointless for you, because you're a very intelligent guy. So, yeah, sorry, I misread that. Yeah, great, mate. Yeah, off. That's awesome. Just gave Zach the link. Awesome. How's Zach doing? I have kind of seen he went on holiday as well, didn't he? So it's good to see. You two keep in touch, do you? That is really good. I do try and keep in touch with Zach as well. I'm on Facebook as well. I have added you on Facebook as well, haven't I? It's good to keep in touch with you both. Hope you're all doing good anyway. School is just learning how to pass exams. I really found the real value in school was learning to do things I like doing. School teaches you how society works. Working with people you didn't like working with them, learning subjects I didn't think I would enjoy. Yeah, totally. As I said, guys, it's worth doing school. You know, it's important to get those standard things going, but you know, sometimes you might be not being challenged enough, or you know, whichever it may be. You know, it's worth doing. I disagree. Spinide, living in the real world, i.e. getting a job, interacting, adults teaching, you move about society. Yeah, it's important just to get your basics, you know, regardless. I still say the same thing. I wish I'd paid a bit more attention at school, but you know, I got some good grades, to be honest with you. It was just the English part side of things I wasn't good at, and that was it. So yeah, make sure you do your school. It is worthwhile. Believe you me. So what we're going to do now, we've got the fish cakes in the oven. I'm going to add a little bit of lime juice, a little bit of salt to the fennel, raw bean and pea. Not too much because we've already got. Oh, let me drop that. We've already got some lemon in the fish cakes. We've got lime in there as well. So there's a bit of citrus, and we got the pickled cucumber as well. So put a little bit of salt in there as well. A pinch of natural sea salt just to go in there, just for a bit of seasoning. I dropped out of college, but I live in the States. I wasn't taking it seriously, and it was costing me money. I also need a full-time paycheck. Yeah, sometimes it can be hard trying to learn and do things. I'm just going to quickly do some washing up, guys, so it's all clear, ready, so we can plate up. Yeah, it can be costly, and sometimes you are forced to go do work instead of learning, and it does suck, because sometimes you might not have support, or, you know, it depends on your living situation, so it can be annoying sometimes. But, you know, it's never too late to go back to like college or school or whatever. If you want to do something else with a career and you need to get a qualification for something, you know, you can do it. It's never too late. You never think, oh, I'm too old to do it. You're never too old to do anything or change your career or, you know, go in a different direction, whichever it may be, you know. So you definitely don't give up on anything. You just got to keep going. As I said, I try not to give up on anything. I don't think I have given up on anything, to be honest with you, or like, I've obviously like changed my mind and like gone in different directions, but I haven't like, I've always done courses and things, and whenever I've taken a course at college or something, I've always completed it or seen it through, even if I didn't like doing it. I remember the teaching course I did. I was doing it, I was like, I really don't like doing this, this is not what I want to do, but I did it anyway, and I'm glad I did, because this is really benefiting me, because I understand like the different learning styles and learning curves and stuff, and I'm so glad I pushed myself to do it, because if I didn't, it wouldn't benefit my stream. So as I said, guys, you just never know what you could end up doing. You might not see it at the time that something's so beneficial to you, but yeah, it's always worth seeing it through, it really is. So you just never know what you're going to do. You never know what's around the corner. It's always worth just completing projects or qualifications, whatever it may be. Even though at the time you might think this is pointless, it's a waste of time. It really isn't. Believe you me. It's always worth doing on completing things, because you just never know what you might use it for. You might not. You know, it might be totally different, but for me, I just always like completing things. I'm always like that. I'm stubborn. I've started something, I've got to finish it, so, you know, and give it a chance, see it through. Otherwise, you know, you'll end up getting nowhere in life, unfortunately. You just keep giving up on things. You've got to see things through. The same with the chefing. I didn't think I was going to be a chef for long. I didn't like it when I first started. I hated it, but I saw it through and got on with it. And look at me now. I love chefing. I love food. You know, it's my life. It's everything to me. Hi, Chef. 49 pennies. How you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. This just in, Chef has never given up. Not yet, anyway. And I don't think it will happen. I'm too stubborn. I'm too stubborn for my own good. So, oh, those fish cakes or fish balls, whichever you want to call them. How was I going to plate this up? I've forgotten now. Forgotten what I was doing. Oh yeah, I think I was going to do that. Was I? Was I not? I think so. We will see. Want to get the bowl out again. I'll plate it up on here. If I'm not happy with it, I'll change it, but it should be fine. So, fish cakes are almost there. They're almost done. Just gonna make sure I've got everything in front of me now. I've got the cucumber in there, everything else. I'm gonna get some J cloth out actually, just so anything I want to drain off. Which I've got any anywhere? Oh yeah, there they are. Grab some J cloth out so I can drain off some of that cucumber with the water, the marinade on it, the pickling liquor. Sorry. So what I'm going to do, cut down the crease. Don't want too much on here. You can get a degree and never take initiative and still be the abode. You know, I agree to an extent. So people tell me if you quit school, have you no prospects, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you know, Atomic, you're obviously a kind of, you're an intelligent guy. Do you know what I mean? As I said, I reckon that's what I personally think. You got very bored at school because you weren't being challenged enough because you're quite intelligent. So, yeah, when you hear people say, oh, you shouldn't have quit school, no, they don't know your situation. And that's probably where you get slightly, not annoyed as such, but I can see where you're coming from, my friend. That you've got a degree, you know, you got something to show for it, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's good. So what was the catalyst to keep pushing and making food your life when you disliked it at the beginning? I guess it was, I don't know, I'm very stubborn sometimes, and I'm thinking, well, I haven't given it a chance, I haven't, you know, and I also had my parents saying to me, look, you've started it now, just give it a chance at least, you know, which I thought, yeah, you know, they're right. And I kept going, and I did enjoy it to an extent. I used to be really like, I used to hate like service and stuff. That I used to hate because I hated being rushed, and you know, I like to plate things up differently, and I don't know, I just didn't like it. And then I got into it, and I was like, yeah, it's fine, you know, whichever. I don't know, I just kept going, and then somebody taught me regarding fine dining and that was it. Then I enjoyed it, so it was really good. So I was kind of lucky I met the right person at the time, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it was good. So I learned a lot, you know. I'm really happy with what I learned, and you know, how I done it, and this, that, and the other. But watch your face with the oven door. I always do that all the time. So yeah, I don't know, I'm just got there's passion also behind me with the food. I love food. I love playing around with food. I know I'm a hands-on person. I've always known that from day one, that I love playing with food, you know, doing something different. So yeah, I've kind of always knew I wanted to do something with food, but you know, I just kept going. I just kept at it, and eventually I enjoyed it. So I never gave up. I did think about going into different areas like bacon and things, but it just wasn't enough for me. I needed to do my own thing, which obviously you can't do in the beginning. You've got to learn everything, learn the basics, learn more advanced stuff. It takes a while, it takes a long time. Lifelong learning is important, whether in school or elsewhere. Of course, learning is part of life, and you'll learn every single day. Doesn't matter if you think you know everything, you certainly don't. You never stop learning in life. Even I don't stop learning. Doesn't matter how many years of experience you've had as a chef, as a person yourself, you know, whatever it is, you just don't stop learning. So, fish balls, or the fish little cakes are done. Fantastic. These are delicious. As I said, I didn't really want to use breadcrumbs today because, you know, we've been using bread